This is Othello, Washington. Othello, Washington has a ordeal going on, which is if you love watermelons, fruit, grapefruit, peaches, apples, apricots, and that nature, like stuff from India, Pakistan. All these fruits are organic compounds. And Sunny Farms has a wide variety of fruit. We got Sunny Farms fruit stand opening July 20th. Today is the first arrival of services, and this is the alfalfa on the field across the street. You can't miss it. Okay. As you can see, the fruit stand will be standing out. They have the most economical services they provide here at the fruit stand here in Sunny Farms. Sunny Farms has a how would you say it? A wide variety of fruit and fruit that the children love, especially here in Othello, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco. Country Merchant in Pasco, Washington has watermelon. That's Bia's Farms, Princeton Wineries. Here in Sunny Farms, the Washington State Patrol is notified since State Patrol unit dropped me off the Spokane, Adams County, and also the administration office in Seattle and Tacoma dropped me off here at the City Hall in Othello and City Hall in Moses Lake, Washington. And they just fired all those people that came into the office. So the Sunny Farms, we have a wide variety in services they provide for Sunny Farms. trying to do? I don't know. As you can tell, this is the Sunny Farms. Can't miss it. Sunny Farms has been in process for a long time. This is Cimaron 5 INC on 14 on Main Street. They own the fuel stations, own the properties here in downtown and out of town, Sunset Acres. John Deere Evergreen Implement, the owner is Bruce. He went to jury duty over at 210 West Broadway, Adams County Sheriff's Office. We got that YouTube and Facebook. We got all this equipment and the tarp on the back across the street, irrigation like Zimatics, Lake Rikens, and also the administration office that has have the updated for the fruit stand on the 20th. So it's this is the 14th, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's a 14th. So Sunday, we're gonna have a fruit stand. And I should say Miss Hanson, State Patrolman Hanson, he's Mr. Andy Miller has the library, Mid-Columbia Library. He does his debut at the Mid-Columbia Library at 101 East Main Street, right across from CBHA. And Mid-Columbia Library has Kennewick, Richland, Pasco. And this is the Park, Wisconsin Street. It's G54957. Now this is the this is the original Apple company. Apple, sorry, this is a fruit truck. This is G54957 truck, Wisconsin 63. Then Mr. Hanson has a wide variety in the and this truck is ancient. Back then, be driving truck. Oh yeah, this is Andy Miller.co, Benton, Washington. This is Mr. Hanson, State Patrolman Hanson, come pick up Felix Barela. Sheriff out here, no warrants, no outstanding warrants for arrest, nothing. He got a laptop that he wants back, and he's not going to Spokane with me. We're gonna drop him off at City Hall, Moses Lake, and then City Hall in Othello, Washington, 500 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. Yeah, Mr. Hanson, this is a State Patrolman right cruising right behind you. And he's pulling out a gun, actually. You want to shoot him, you better get ready to shoot him because he's walking up, he's going to try to shoot you. He's blindsided with the flashes in the back. We didn't know we had black minorities and Orientals and Chinese coming up on the property line here on the highway like that, Mr. Hanson. You can send all your kids over to State Patrol office over in Seattle, Tacoma, Spokane Valley, and that's Mr. Falquist, and that's Mr. Sean Saint, Washington, Washington State Bar Association, Pasco, Washington, Franklin. They got Mr. Hanson and also the Mr. Sodom and State Patrolman that was murdered in Pasco, Washington, broad daylight. Apartment 205. Sacagawea Apartments. Roberta Barela, Lola Hernandez, and also Fabian Barela, Carrie Barela, Little Fabian Barela, Big Fabian Barela, Alonzo Barela. And that's Kennewick High School, the annual process, and that's Bobby Lean Fox, Triple Vista. And that's Magnesium, it's a apartment complex, and 49 East Pine Ridge in Spokane, Washington. And Mr. Hanson has a phone call so we can go to district court with the judge and administration office, have it all figured out. Get it all downloaded and have the first name, last name, and increment base figured all out. And this is a old fruit truck back in the chicken farms. And there's a oil company, biggest oil company on Stratford Road in Moses Lake, Washington. And then the oil company called Cenex in Pasco, Washington, where State Patrolman was murdered actually. And we have the fuel cards, mileage, first name, last name, deputies, sheriffs, officers, and also the EMT services. And that's Lady Lord's, and also the Lady Lord's Recovery Center right down of Sacagawea Apartments. She has a broken kneecap that someone pushed her off a cherry tree in the cherry orchard at Mueller's Fernie Home, right next to it. They own it. Biggest cherry orchard there is on U.S. government property. Peaches, cherries, and whatnot. Now they got SBC, Lineage, Columbia Coal Store, McCain's, BBSI, Simplot, Washington Potatoes, Scone O'Connor, Wash Potato, and Lamb Weston, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, of course, Quincy, and all the administrations they have for the processing and processing fast foods. And also, don't forget, Fabian Barela has Easter Day Farm. Now it's called Charlie Cox. And when I was 3 years old, for 7 years, sewing up potato sacks. When I was 100-pound potato sacks and throw them into the back of the railroad cars and transport them to fast foods and restaurants and what have you. Back then, I'd be Red Robin's, Burger King, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., now is a franchise all through California here in Washington State. And also the administration, Rosars, Winco, Albertsons, Safeway, Vaughn's in California, Safeway in California, Pleasanton, California. And also the administration office they have at Albertsons, Winco, Yokes, Rosars, and all those administrations offices with fast food chains, McDonald's, Burger King, Carl's Jr., Zips, Arby's, Wendy's, PF chains, all local bars, home administration office, Texas Ranch and Home, Texas Roundup, Iowa Beef, Carrie Barela, and that's Fresno and Hedges, and that's Daniel Hernandez. There's Daniel, and there's Big Danny, Little Danny, and Senior Dan, Junior Dan, and the second Dan, and the third Dan, Little Dan, and Maria, and Coza, Nebraska Elementary District at the, of course, the hospital arrangements for Air Force One landed in Nebraska to drop off, of course, the original family member. That's me. That's Felix Barela. I was dropped off on Air Force One in Nebraska. Landing equipment, all the equipment, the casinos, and also the Top Finish Casino, Yakima Reservation, Mr. Shantz and Majara's administration office. And as you can see on the logo, Andy Miller has a emblem that says Hanson with an apple on it. The apple came from Royal City. And that Royal City apple was plucked by my trees. Those trees, my orchard. And I got a little dog, and her name's Felix. And that's Shantz and Majara's and Yakima Top Finish. They own the entire reservation. That's Colville, Davenport Hotel, Davenport area, Colville, Vista Utilities, Canada in that area. So the administration office, and that's AVOC, EVA, Trump, TRMP, Moon Ganja administration office, and Moon Ganja is driving the truck around here at Sunset Acres all through all the way to 7112 West Okanagan Place, Kennewick, Washington. Andy Miller's office, actually, right in front of the parking lot. And I'm upstairs with a Class A uniform, same class uniform with officers attacked me at Base Insurance Company 1344. Sheriffs and officers, all these officers jumped out of the car, attacked me across the street. Cimaron 59C, 1005 East Hamlet, Mayor's House, and also at the District Court, Superior Court room. And that didn't work out for them because I called the State Patrol office at 210 West Broadway. Now I do. They say if there's any problems, they give them a call, and I'll sit here and wait. We got a laptop here, so we're going to download everything. And this is the original truck. This is the original truck.